Good morning, everybody. It's your girl Miracle Sims, and you are listening to God, Sex, and Love, your daily dose of inspiration, the juice. It is March the 11th, 2021, and today my topic is 1247. But before I get into that, friends, it is my little niece's birthday today. She's turning 8 years old today. So shout out to my little niecey Pooh Bailey, turning 8 years old. I wish you the happiest of birthdays, little one. Um, so proud of the little girl she's becoming, little woman. She's definitely wise beyond her years, and so shout out to little Bailey Vashti O'Neill, uh, turning 8 years old on today. So 1247. Well, uh, long story short, y'all. I mean, pretty much. Yeah, that's what time I woke up this morning, 12:47. So here I was Googling Bible 12:47. And I was like, well, Lord, why is you waking me up 2 days in a row around the same time? Well, lo and behold, it led me to the same verses that I was reading yesterday. And so, well, one, I felt a bit convicted because I'm like, well, maybe the Lord wanted me to talk about this yesterday. I put it in the go deeper section, but obviously, you know, um, I need to come and talk to y'all about it. That was one of my first reactions. But then now looking at everything overall, I'm just like, all right, Lord, well, whatever you want to do. Um, I think it's very interesting how things are coming together, but you guys will see in a moment. So yeah, woke up at 12:47, y'all. Looked up these Bible verses, and here we are. So it led me to Luke 12. So if you're wondering what the Go Deeper section is today, is going to be Luke 12. The entire of Luke of Luke 12. That is the Go Deeper section for today. But let me share with you guys the verse that I came across yesterday. So I believe that was verse 59 that I was led to yesterday. 12:59 is what I when I woke up yesterday, right? Right. So the verse that I was led to was Luke 12:59. And it says, I tell thee, thou shalt not depart thence till thou hast paid the very last mite. So obviously, that was something that made me want to go deeper. So I ran and read the verses before that. Now, that's what, well, it was one of the verses that I was referring to yesterday when I was like, yeah, that's a good one, right? Okay. So when I wake up at 12:47 today and I see that I'm led back to Luke 12, I'm like, okay, here we go. So I'm just gonna, share with you all the verses that stood out to me, and then that's it, pretty much. So I'll start at verse 40, and it says, be ye therefore ready also, for the Son of Man cometh at an hour when ye think not. Then verse 43 says, blessed is the servant whom his Lord, when he cometh, shall find so doing. Then 44 says, of a truth, I say unto you that he will make him ruler over all that he hath. So okay, before I go into this next verse, this verse 47, I'm gonna just have a disclaimer since this came up in a previous juice, or well, in a previous juice after show, if you want to consider it to be that. Um, this next verse I'm going to refer to a servant, and it is going to refer to the servant being beaten. Now, obviously, I'm not giving you guys the verses that happened before that, so let me just go ahead and one tell you those verses or a summary of those verses. So basically, what's happening in the verses before that is that it's saying the servant is beating other servants and being drunk while the master is away and basically not being on his job. So that's what's happening to set up the context of what I'm reading. Two, if you have an issue with slavery and these things in the Bible, then I just would say go to carm.org. It has plenty of information for you. If you are, curious, have issues, or whatever the case is with slavery and the Bible. So carm.org, that's CARM.org. You can look up slavery. They have several topics referring to that if you have that issue. So with that being said, I mean, even though this verse isn't referring to slavery. But just because it says servant and being beaten and stuff like that, I just wanted to get that out there before I even say the verse. Okay, boom. So let's get into it. Verse 47. And that servant which knew his Lord's will, and prepared not himself, neither did according to his will, shall be beaten with many stripes. The next verses after that, it says, like, well, I'm saying the guy, but if the servant or whoever it was didn't know what kind of master he had, then he would still be beaten, but he'd be beaten with like less stripes than the one that knew the master and didn't do his job, X, Y, and Z. And again, you have to go back. Now you have to go back to the verses before, which I did not read for you, but you're going to read for yourself in the Go Deeper section, right? But anyway, you got to go back to those verses because it's referring to what the servant did to get the consequence to the action and the consequence. You know what I'm saying? But again, we know people have issues with the Bible. So I just wanted to put that out there. Verse 51 stood out to me as well. Suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth. I tell you nay, but rather division. Then verse 52 says, for from henceforth there shall be 5 in one house. I held, wait a minute, one house held whole. Okay, sorry, I wrote in cursive, but I should not have. But anyway, held divided. You're gonna use it. You're gonna read yourself, but it's either hold or something like that. But basically, divided 3 against 2 and 2 against 3. Household. That could have just been household. There we go. Household. That's what that said. I split it up somehow when I was writing. But anyway, so basically, the Bible is saying, and Jesus is saying, and it's that households are going to be divided, 3 against 2, 2 against 3. I guess I'll pause right here to say that I'm pretty much witnessing that, like right before. Last night and even this morning, I was witnessing a little bit of this stuff going on. Not in my current household, but what I'm saying in or social media and everything like that. Unfortunately, if anybody follows Angela Stanton King, you may see some of the issues that's going on between her son and her, or whatever the case is. I don't want to speak too much on it because it's like, it's not my business per se, but I just think it fits in with what's happening here. If people are confused as to why families are being broken, or there's even Lynn Wood, for example, he speaks about his kids and how they may not necessarily agree with him and his beliefs. And so there's tension there, the Bible here says here clearly that, that Christ and, is dividing, you know what I mean? I know that may not be the vision of God or the vision of Christ that people want to have. But that is what we see. We're seeing it in the world, and we also see it in our households and everything like that between believers and non-believers. So, it's the whole thing that goes back to the wheat and the tares. It's the whole thing that goes back to like I said, it's just the, good versus evil, believers versus non-believers, all this stuff. So, all of this stuff is in play. So when you see things happening, of course, pray about it. Of course, do the best you can to live Christ-like and handle it in Christ-like ways. However, don't be surprised when this stuff happens, because it's already written that it says henceforth. that verse literally says from henceforth there shall be, and didn't say maybe, it shall be 5 in one household divided. So that's just one example, but let's not be shocked when these things happen. Basically, is what I'm saying to you all from what I'm gathering from these verses here. And the last verse that stood out to me in this section was number 56. It says, ye hypocrites, ye can discern the face of the sky and of the earth, but how is it that ye do not discern this time? So the verses before that is kind of like referring to like how people look up at the sky and say, oh, it's going to rain, or oh, this is about to happen, or oh, this type of storm is coming. And Jesus is calling us out, being like, hey, if you can discern this, then you should be able to discern the time that we're in. So that's pretty much I mean, obviously the Lord wanted me to talk about this on today because he woke me up at the early hours in the morning, to lead me to this yesterday and today. So I'm talking about it. Hopefully I won't have to wake up early tomorrow. Because I've been up ever since when I woke up, I did not go back to sleep. So yeah. Yeah, and I read all of this, and I did some little side research and stuff like that, and everything. But that's pretty much it's been my morning. So yeah, I was wide awake when my alarm went off at 4. But obviously, this was the message for today. I'm just a little messenger. Don't shoot me. I'm just telling you what to say, and however that encourages you all this morning to know this information. I hope that you let it marinate. I hope that you take a look at Luke 12 in its entirety on your own and go deeper. And again, if you have issues with anything in the Bible, I mean, well, obviously go to God, but calm.org is an awesome source and resource for many of the questions that people have in regards to the Bible and life and everything, like practical life issues. So there you go. Now, friends, if I needed confirmation about anything, the Bible verse of today is just ironically exactly what I was talking about yesterday. So now, so because of that, I don't feel as convicted as I did feel when I woke up this morning, because I felt a little bit convicted when I was referred back to the same stuff. I was like, Lord, I'm sorry. I should have talked about it yesterday. But obviously, perhaps the two subjects go hand in hand. I don't know, but this is the Bible verse of the day. It is Colossians 3:23 and 24. It says, and whatsoever ye do so wholeheartedly. Do it heartedly as to the Lord and unto men, knowing that of the Lord ye shall receive the reward of the inheritance, for ye serve the Lord Christ. Now, if you guys want to hear some deeper information about that and you didn't listen to yesterday's juice, then I would say, hey, go check out yesterday's juice. We talked all about, your gifts and all that type of stuff. Just for the record, today is Thursday, so that means that tomorrow is Friday. That means that an episode of God, Sex, and Love, the talk show, is to be aired if the Lord's will. And so this episode is going to be a live episode, so you should be able to tune in at 7 p.m. live. You'll see yours truly, me, Miracle Sense, interviewing a dear friend of mine, a college friend of mine. Her name is Jody and Douglas. She's going to be sharing her testimony as well as her experience with church hurt and whatever she wants to share at that time. So you can tune in to hear a little bit more about that at 7 p.m. tomorrow, if the Lord's will. And yeah, man, that's what's going on. I don't think I have any other announcements that I know of right now. I just thank and praise God for being up this morning and led in my right mind to come on in and give you guys the juice this morning. Obviously, I'm bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. But yeah, that's what's going on, and I hope you guys enjoyed this juice this morning. Thank you so much for listening to God, Sex, and Love, your daily dose of inspiration, the juice. I pray you guys can go forth and have a wonderful day, and I look forward to talking to you all tomorrow, if the Lord's will. Bye-bye. And Facebook and YouTube, man, I don't know why I'm so hyped right now, but hey, there you guys go. There's the message that I guess the Lord woke me up in the wee hours to give you guys both yesterday and today. I just thought it was very interesting that how they both came full circle. Because like I said, I did feel a bit convicted by not talking about this yesterday. When I saw that I was being sent back to it. But again, I don't know, some there must be something when it comes to, using our gifts and doing, whatever we do it towards the glory and honor of God and everything like that. That plus today's thing must be something we need to pay attention to, or at least me. I don't know. Maybe it's just something for me. I don't know. But because I'm doing this, I'm sharing it to you. So whoever you are, I think whoever's going to listen to the little sound of my voice, you was led to me for a reason. So this is for you as well. So Now I could just be talking to you and hey Ewan, what's up, man? My Australia brother. Look, you're my brother now at this point. We family, Basically, well, one, I wanted to say thank you so much for every day when you tune in, I appreciate it, right? Um, However, I do appreciate you answering my questions. So yeah, okay, so you just found me this year or whenever I started this situation. So okay, you know what I mean? Again, I thank you for taking out the time every day. It seems as if you are a day ahead now. Like before, you were a day behind, and now it's like you were a day ahead. So I mean, in regards to the time that you actually watch, because you said you was watching it at like Thursday at 5:30, and then it's like Thursday at like 4 for me. You know what I'm saying? When I'm recording this now, but obviously you're going to see this tomorrow morning or it will be morning for me, but it won't be. You know what I'm saying? So, but whatever, whatever time you're tuning in, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for commenting and taking your time every day to even listen. Again, I hope you're encouraged and inspired. Hey, whatever it is that you're doing to the glory and honor of God, and obviously keep all this other stuff in mind too, because perhaps it's for you, and but yeah, man, I'm too hyped for whatever reason. So I'm on. Let me see. Or is there anything else you're going to say or do? Well, I just go turn this thing off because I'm too hyped for whatever reason. I don't know why I'm so hyped right now. Maybe it's because it's little lady's birthday. I got to call my niece later on, and tell her happy birthday. Turning 8 years old, man. These kids. Oh, okay. Let me tell y'all. Okay, all right. I'm gonna tell y'all real quick. So, as you guys know, I was working on some things yesterday. So after I finished the juice and put all of that out, I started working on the next animation for Sing and Play with NJ. And so it's another little song it's a song that I've been singing to him since he was born. And and I would hold him up, and it's like a superhero baby song, baby, basically. And so I'm getting that. So basically I got the song made, and now the guy's working on the animation, the other guy. And I was letting my son hear the song. And he was doing his little thing. It seemed like he liked it. He was kind of playing it over and over again, that type of thing. And I was holding him up and trying to do the little dance that I usually do with him, or the little game that we usually play. I would hold him up in the air and like sing the song. And I'm looking at him and I'm just seeing how much he's grown, and knowing that he went from this little tiny baby to this little toddler boy. And I'm just like, man, like you are growing up right before my eyes. And I just broke down yesterday. And the thing about him, he he looks at me. Here I am just like trying to like sing the song and just like tearing up. And he's like, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he literally did it like that and like trying to hold my face in it, which made me break down even more because I'm like, "Oh my God, you're so cute! You're so cute!" I'm like, I'm okay. You're just growing up." I'm so sad. I guess this is mom stuff. I don't know, but it was a sweet moment yesterday or whatever. So I can't wait till you guys see that next animation. I trust that the gentleman. I mean, well, the music man, he has a unique way of bringing out my ideas. He brings it out in a way where it's like I wasn't even thinking about doing it in that way, but it's great. And then the animation guy, like I just think I don't know, based on the work that we've done already, like I just feel like it's gonna be nice. It's gonna be really nice and cute, and hopefully, I barely teared up last time. Just listening to the song yesterday teared me up, or to the new song teared me up. So I don't know what the animation is going to do when it comes, but I just thank God, man. I just thank God for this time and to be able to, take a little time and invest in, myself, and also investing in just making these little memories with my son. And yeah, man, it's a lot going on and everything, but it's a blessed time, and I just, thank God for being able to do these things. And um, yeah, but we'll see. We'll see how everything goes, and what's next and all that stuff. Again, I hope that this encourages you and inspires you. Thank you so much for tuning in, and well, y'all be doing the juice tomorrow morning, but after that, yeah, y'all. I guess next time y'all see me is on the talk show. So, all right, y'all. Talk to y'all tomorrow, if the Lord's will. Bye.